Today, we're going to be checking out the Decibelics Angry Swede HM2 clone. So Decibelics is a brand that is, I believe, just one guy out of Spain, and I've been seeing them for a while, particularly this Angry Swede pedal, and it's just a mini HM2 clone. It's just a one-to-one clone of the original HM2 to get that Swedish chainsaw sound. But they did something with theirs that I think was a little short-sighted for Boss to not do with their Waza HM2. And I brought this up when I did the Waza HM2 video, and I was kind of disappointed because they had done a whole HM2 group on social media specifically to hear what the community wanted in a pedal. What did they want in a reissue Wazacraft version of an HM2? And pretty much universally, I think the number one thing everyone asked for was a clean blend, and then after that, an overall mid-range control. And instead of doing either of those, they gave us a custom mode that it moved the EQ further up and further down to have this wider thing for a more modern thing, and it just didn't sound very good. I know some guys that like it on bass, but in general, I don't think anyone has really dug the custom mode. All they had to do was put a clean blend on it, like the Angry Swede has, and I think more people would have been receptive to the pedal, but unfortunately they didn't. So why is it cool that the Decibelics Angry Swede has a clean blend on it? It's that little knob on the side of the pedal. Well, the Swedish chainsaw sound, that HM2 fully cranked, or, you know, if you're using it as a boost, everything cranked but the gain, that's a pretty extreme sound. I mean, you're getting a really, really hard to tame sound. So it's cool to be able to dial that in with whatever rig you're using for just how much Swedish chainsaw, just how much nastiness you want in your tone, and you can kind of find that sweet spot instead of all the time. Plus, it's great for bass players because they can also dial it in with that dry wet blend to get cool, interesting, and nasty tones, especially for doom stuff with a clean blend. Ultimately, what it comes down to is the Angry Swede is a really, really good one-to-one HM2, but with a clean blend, and it's the same price as a Wazacraft HM2. And honestly, since they're the same money, you might as well get the Angry Swede that has the clean blend on it and has more usability than going for the Wazacraft one that has a custom mode that nobody really likes. So we're gonna hear this in a mix. I'm gonna have it hitting channel 2 on my JP2C. We're gonna hear this various blends. We're gonna hear it at 100%, then we're gonna hear it at about 75%, then we're gonna hear it at 50%. Then we're going to hear it outside of a mix being used as a boost again on my EVH5153 Stealth, and we're going to compare it to the Wazacraft, and I'm going to show you why it's good to have that blend and how it makes it more usable than the Wazacraft. And you can kind of hear that I think that the Wazacraft one is slightly more hi-fi, but I think the Angry Swede kind of does more of that original HM2 sound. They're not really miles apart. It's only a couple percent difference in tone, but I think it makes the Angry Swede more usable, to be honest. Then we're going to hear it into my Laney AOR, so we can hear it with all the gain up as a distortion pedal, and we'll hear the difference between the two. Let's check it out. Right, so they're not worlds apart, but the Waza has that custom mode that I don't think anyone uses. I didn't even show it on here. It's in my other video if you want to go see it, but it can kind of get ice picky and harsh on the top end. I just didn't want to mess with it. I just wanted to do a 1-to-1 for the original HM2 sound. And honestly, I dig the Angry Swede more, and it has that much more usable clean blend, and I think it sounds really cool, especially on the in mix when I have it at about 50%, and I'm just kind of blending it with my JP2C. Absolutely huge, nasty death metal sound. I'm gonna have a link to these guys down below. They also have a reverb page. This is where I got mine. They're really cool. I think that this guy does really good work. I think you guys should check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Stay metal.